Does it take to become a profitable day trader? Is it the sleepless nights? Is it the back testing? Is it the forward testing? Is it all this bullshit you see on social media on a regular basis? The staying up late, back testing, watching hours of YouTube content a day, consuming every piece of knowledge you possibly could consume to become a day trader. That is all bullshit. I'm going to confirm or deny every myth in the trading industry when it comes to actually becoming a profitable trader. What do you really need to become a profitable trader, and what path should you take to get there, right? So first things first is you have to learn everything there is to know about trading as soon and quick as possible. That is the biggest bullshit of all time. If you actually want to learn how to trade, the worst mistake you can make for yourself is overconsume knowledge. If you are over-consuming knowledge on a daily basis, you're watching all these concepts and all these new trading patterns, all this bullshit, before you even understand how to apply it to the charts. All you're doing is fucking yourself over, confusing yourself, and just scrambling your brain to see everything on the charts. You want your charts to look as clean and simple as possible, and the more confluences you learn, the more strategies you learn, the more jumbled up and fucking confused your charts are going to look, and you can't even fucking take a trade. Everyone's asking me, how do you stop overanalyzing? I have analysis paralysis. How do I stop my analysis paralysis? You probably overconsumed knowledge, and you're marking out every fucking confluence that you can see on your screen. Stop that shit. Like, make it as simple as possible. If I see an order block, a fair value gap, or if you trade support and resistance, you see a support or demand zone, just wait for price to react from it. You have to actually react from price in real time. That is part of real life trading. That is the difference between back testing, forward testing, and actual live trading. That is why I don't believe in back testing. This is going to be a hot take. Everyone's saying you have to back test hours, not even hours, I'm saying days and weeks. Everyone's saying you have to back test days worth of time, not a day. I'm not saying you have to back test 1 day or 2 days. I'm saying you have to back test a whole 24-hour span worth of time. As in, you spend 3 hours back testing every day for a month. That's what I'm talking about, right? I don't believe that is true. I personally did not back test much on my journey to profitability. I did forward testing, meaning if I see a setup that I thought looks clean, I would simply just put the long and short tool on the charts and see how price moved in real time. This way, I can actually see how modern day price is moving. So I'm not backtesting 2016 fucking April 2nd. I'm backtesting today. Whatever day you are watching this, you are going to be testing price today. You are going to see a potential setup in real time show up, and you are simply just going to go on TradingView and put the long tool or the short tool, if it's a longer or short, whatever it is, put your stop where you think a good stop placement would be, and put your take profit where a good take profit placement would be, right? Swing high, swing low, whatever you trade. I don't know how you trade. I'm not going to judge that. Every trader can have their own approach, their own strategy that makes them profitable if they know how to use them, right? I also see a lot of people saying that this is the best trading strategy. If you trade this, you're a bitch. If you trade this, you're going to be unprofitable. Bro, I know people trading support and resistance that make millions of dollars a year, and I know people trading ICT concepts that make $0 a year. Negative, because they spend more money on evals. So negative dollars a year, right? The strategy you trade has no significance to the money you make in the markets. That is all subjective to the trader. That is how you understand the strategy, how you could actually apply it on a daily basis, how good your psychology is, how well you can take a loss, how well you can follow your rules and take your system and actually follow your system. And it also comes down to how much capital you're risking. That's a big part of it, right? All these traders you see making millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars, they are risking hundreds of thousands of dollars. They are not risking $50 to $100 to make $100,000, right? That is bullshit. That is not how trading works. That is not how trading is ever going to work, right? I also want to go back to the whole backtesting thing. You do not have to stay up every night backtesting, right? Find a system that you could understand, whether that is ICT concepts, whether that is supply and demand, whether that is support and resistance, whether it's order flow. Those are just some strategies I know off the top of my head. CRT, standard deviations, which I think goes hand in hand with order flow, but standard deviations is another thing. All of those strategies, you can give all of those a shot. Find one that you genuinely understand and that clicks for you. If it clicks for you and you genuinely understand it, give it a shot. Why not? What are you going to lose by giving a strategy a shot? I'm not saying you should be strategy hopping. The last thing you should be doing is strategy hopping. But give a strategy a shot for a few months, and instead of back testing it every fucking day, and testing shit from the past, backtesting, zero emotions. You're involving zero emotions and you're involving zero reaction to the way price is actually moving. You're literally clicking next, 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 next. Oh, stop loss hit. Oh, take profit hit in the span of 5 seconds. So there's no actual emotions going into your trade. Watch price move by the second. A 1 minute candle on FX Replay, on Tradeful, whatever you want. By the way, Tradeful and FX Replay are probably the best backtesting websites. I believe Tradeful is much better than FX Replay. If you want to backtest, I'm not saying it is not going to benefit you. I'm saying it is obviously good to understand a strategy, but once you actually understand it, you should be applying it to the live markets and you should not be backtesting, right? But I do recommend Tradeful and FX Replay if you are going to backtest, right? No, I'm not affiliated. I wish I was. I don't have codes or anything, so just go on the website. All right, what's it called? Backtesting, forward testing, and live trading. 3 different things. Backtesting, no emotions, no reaction to real-time data. Live trading, emotions, reaction to real-time data, and you have risk on the table. So you are going to see how your emotions actually fluctuate when you see your P&L go up and down $5,000 in the span of fucking 10 minutes, right? Because that will affect you. And part of becoming profitable is learning how to make that not affect you, right? So the P&L fluctuating on your screen, sorry, just had a white monster. The P&L fluctuating on your screen is going to obviously affect you emotionally. Your goal as a trader is to figure out a way to control that emotion and not allow it to even get the slightest bit into your head, right? So you have live trading is obviously the best option, but if you do not understand your strategy and don't have confidence or an edge with it, don't risk any live capital. Don't be an idiot. Don't be impatient. You're just trying to rush your path to profitability, and that makes no sense, because why are you trying to lose money on purpose to make yourself a better trader? No, you could demo trade, which is also forward testing. That is what I'm going to tell you now. This is what really helped me the most to become a profitable trader, was forward testing. I would be walking home from school or walking to class, whatever it is, and if I see a setup I like, I will put my tool out and just see how price plays out, right? Let's say it's 10:15 and I want to take a long. I will literally put the buy tool just there and I'll put my stop below, swing low, TP at this high, and I'll see how it plays out. I'll do that for a month or two or a few weeks, and I'm like, damn, you know, these trades that I've been forward testing have been playing out. Let me try applying that with real risk. That jump from forward testing to live trading is going to be a big jump psychologically, because you are putting actual risk on the table now. These are steps that you have to take as a trader to become profitable, and a step you are going to hopefully take in the future to become a profitable trader as well. Now, myth number 3, you have to stay up sleepless nights and ghost all your day ones. I'm not even trolling. People say you have to do this shit. Stay up sleepless nights, learning to trade and kind of isolate yourself. I did isolate myself for 3 to 4 months to learn how to trade, and it is one of my biggest regrets. Looking back, I did not have to do that. Learn from my mistakes, because I have made a lot of mistakes and I'm here to share them so you don't have to make the same mistakes, right? I kind of isolated myself in my room for 4 months trying to figure the whole trading thing out, and that's not even when I turned profitable. When I turned profitable was when I had the best balance in my life, when I wasn't forcing trading as a skill to actually be my source of income. Like when trading was just actually, when I had actual discipline on the charts. I could look at the charts and be comfortable not taking a trade. I could look at the charts and only take a trade when I see my setup, right? I did not have to trade every day. That is when I actually became profitable. When I was forcing profitability on myself, when I was locked in my room, trying to become profitable so fucking fast that I had to win every day, that I had to do all this shit. When you are forcing profitability on yourself to such a hard extent is when you are ironically least likely to actually succeed. Because if you're forcing trading in your head, if you're telling yourself, I have to make this work, I have to make this work, I have to make this work, what are you gonna do? You're gonna force trades, you're gonna force entries, you're gonna double your sizing because you wanna make this work so bad, you wanna make so much money. Those 3 things are breaking your rules. Those are 3 bad habits, right? Over leveraging, over trading, and just taking bad trades. Those are 3 traits of an unprofitable trader. So ironically, the more you care about trading, the less likely you are to succeed in an aspect of actual effort, right? Trading is not a skill that requires like physical effort. Like I see everyone saying, oh my God, I'm gonna lock in on trading, I'm gonna lock in on trading. Bro, the most profitable traders probably take like 1 to 2 trades a month, or like 3-4 trades a month. They'll take 1 trade a week, and that one trade is such high probability, they just go in with a lot of size and their win rate is high as shit, right? That is what makes a good trader. Having the discipline to not take a trade, having the discipline to look at the charts and tell yourself, today is not my day. I am not willing to put risk under these conditions, right? I'm only willing to put risk on the table under XYZ conditions. If this happens, then I will do this. Coming into market open every single morning, your mindset should be, okay, this is what I see. If this happens and then this follows, then I will be willing to put risk on the table for this to happen, right? You shouldn't just be thinking, oh, I want this to happen, I'm gonna go in. No, think, okay, if price respects X PDRA and displaces from or Y PDRA, I will enter in long, targeting Z high or Z low, right? So if we tap into a 4-hour fair value gap and displace to the upside, you find a 15-minute order block that's tapped into and then respected on a lower time frame, then I will put risk on the table, right? Because what I say, if X gets respected, the 4-hour fair value gap, and I see Y displace, the 15-minute order block, then I will enter to Z high or low, which could be London highs or London lows, right? That is how you should trade every morning. Coming to market open, think, if X and Y happen, then I will target Z, right? That is how you should trade every single morning. Sounds stupid, but it will help you build your discipline as a trader. Set conditions for yourself, because so many people try to just force trades because they see a draw on liquidity. Set conditions, right? If I want this to happen, I want to see this happen first, and then I will put risk on the table, right? But I promise you one thing, you don't have to stay up sleepless nights, back testing, forward testing, all this bullshit. Find balance in your life and don't live an unhealthy, unbalanced lifestyle. It is never going to be sustainable in the long run, and I guarantee you it is not worth it, right? Looking back, I would have become just as profitable, just as, if not faster actually, by simply forward testing the market every day. Screen time on the live markets. Fuck screen time backtesting. Backtesting is bullshit. Screen time on the live markets. Forward test every trade you see every day. Like, you can literally forward test 20 trades a day. It is not going to hurt you because you're not putting any live trade on any live risk on the market. And all you are going to see is how you as a person react to see price moving in your direction or against your direction. You're gonna see how price is moving that month, because every month price moves in a different way and you are going to have to adjust to it as a trader. You're gonna backtest a strategy that worked in 2022 and you're gonna go into today's market and be like, what the fuck am I seeing, right? The market is a forever changing system, a forever changing algorithm, right? That does not mean the concepts don't work. That just means that you have to adjust as a trader and add small little tweaks to your strategy, whether that is taking profit at internal highs instead of external liquidity. Some months price is going to range, some months it's going to expand. So when price is consolidating, like I said, we will take smaller trades, smaller take profits. When prices are clearly in a ranging market, we will aim for bigger trades, larger RR. You know what I'm saying? This does not mean that concepts stop working. It just means that they stop working to such a high standard or high extent. Not every month is going to be a winning month, but every month is going to be a learning month, right? Same thing applies to trade. Just because you lose a trade does not mean it was a bad trade. There's winning trades and there's learning trades. That is all there is to life. There's no losses in trading. Every loss you take is a learning experience, is a cost or a ticket to your route to profitability. Every time you take a loss, don't mourn over it, don't tweak over it. It is simply a standard or a kind of a ticket you have to pay or a price you have to pay to eventually turn into that profitable trader, right? So, quick recap of what I went over today. You don't have to stay up every single night consuming every bit of trading knowledge. That is bullshit, right? B, don't consume as much knowledge as you possibly can. Over-consuming knowledge is going to hurt you. If you over-consume confluences, over-consume strategies, you're just gonna get mixed bias, mixed confluence. Just because someone else's strategy worked today and mine didn't, doesn't mean my strategy doesn't work, right? And if you have conflicting strategies on a daily basis, you are never going to actually catch a good fucking trade, because every single day you're just gonna confuse yourself and fuck yourself over. Find an approach you could use every day and stick to it. Find an approach you understand and stick to it. You don't have to stay up till 5 in the morning backtesting every day. Just try to get as much screen time as you can while the charts and while the market is actually open and live in front of your face, right? I hope this video could help at least one person, because if I could help one person, or if I could change one person's life through these videos, I served my purpose and I did my role on YouTube, on social media, whatever it is. That is why I started. So if I could change one person's life by making this video, I know it was worth it, right? So I hope you guys have a great fucking day. I will leave the link to the free Discord or the Vault, link in bio, whatever the fuck you guys want. Vault is going to be daily bias and 3 calls a week. Students are killing it if you guys are interested in that. Bio, if not, free Discord is always there for you boys. I hope you guys have a great fucking day. I will see you boys tomorrow.